Today is April 14th, 2024. I'm here at Fort Myers Beach again, yes. Gasoline prices are still too high for me to contemplate going over to like other areas and Whistling at the moment. Well, I'm trying to get my cameras aligned here. It's a beautiful morning. There are some real high cirrus clouds way out there in the west, but they're like little tiny streaks, almost like planes. So, anyway, the temperature is about, I say it's about 80 degrees, but there is a nice wind blowing. So with the nice wind, it feels like 78. So, Brixton's, before we go to Fort Myers Beach, this is the building that someone else bought that I wanted to buy. And they paid $900,000 for this, $899. So that's sad. They still haven't done anything with it. There's a hotel behind that new Vixens. See that two-story building over there? That's going to be the new Vixens building. That's an adult entertainment. And I mean, they're spending a lot of money to build that, and I can see by the way that they have those poured floors in there that it's going to be a strong building meant to withstand hurricane. But it's around 11 a.m. and traffic is really light coming on the beach, really light. It's exceptionally light, actually. I don't know where these people are. So, it's hard to say which way the wind's blowing. Some of the flags are blowing east to west. Some of them are blowing kind of like north to south, which would give me a kind of tailwind, which is good. Again, this property on the right-hand side, they want $5 million for it. Ridiculous. So they think that ripping up the existing RV pads and grading it is going to be worth $5 million. Nope, no, that's called destroying equity value, and it'll be worth less. I would have offered them $900,000. I would have bit my tongue too, but not with interest rates this high. No way. Interest rates this high, they'll be lucky to get $400,000 out of me. I mean, Trump was in office, interest rates at 1%. 900,000 is doable, not now. With interest rates at, commercial rates approaching 10%. You know, 1% to 10%, that's 10 times. So that means it's 10 times less. So it's not worth 900,000, it's worth 100,000. That's the way it goes. I pay the same amount of interest on 100,000 now as with 900,000. There's no way I could make the interest payments even if I was to rent it out at max. These people are thrifty, and there'll be tons of foreclosures, and yeah, no one's going to pay that much in rent. They're smart. Anyway, so pumped up my tires. I didn't put any oil on my bike this time. Sad, but wearing the proper shoes, the sunglasses, the sunblock, so I got that straight. I have to go out later on today. It's tax day tomorrow. I keep on forgetting. They should abolish that income tax. That's ridiculous. There should be a 1% national sales tax, and all state taxes and local taxes. That should all be null and void. And no more property taxes either. What's that all about? You sell your property, you should pay 1% sales tax. That's it, you're done. looking out over the Gulf. There's very low humidity. I can see almost down to downtown Naples, which is amazing. And clear too. I'm looking towards Sanibel. Yeah, I can see Sanibel is vividly clear. And the water is pretty still, so it means the wind is coming out of either the east or the north, going south or west. And it's causing the tide probably to be a little lower than usual. I'm looking at the water in the canal, and the water in the canal is a little low from this angle. From this angle, it's low. So it appears to be a low tide. We'll see. So let's see how this is light traffic coming in the island. I don't know what's going on, but maybe everyone's doing their income tax and they stayed home. They found out they owe money and they can't afford to go to the beach. I'm looking out over at Margaritaville and I see a lot of blue umbrellas on the beach and American flags are flying north to south, so that's interesting. Here's Times Square. Mr. Waves, that's an awesome business. H2O, that's the only other really competitor to a surf style. They're doing awesome. Thank you, Mike. His lids are on that car, but hey, he's also waving on me. Yeah, I would love to buy this building, the surf style building. And see, the Lee County has put their, I mean not Lee County, Fort Myers Beach has put their criminal parking things on their property. So rightfully so, they blocked it off because it's their property. Yeah, adding an extra air pressure. The pressure of my tires, they were like 45. I like them at 60. It's the inner tube though. You have to get those gel inner tubes that can support that pressure. Without those gel inner tubes, then any little thing touching that tire will make it pop or leak. Not that these aren't leaking. I've been running over sand spurs, nails, glass. Yeah, they've been, and the tire itself. These were brand new tires. They were worn down. Okay, from the looks of things, people are setting up near the high tide mark. So it may have been. I gotta look at the canal again because it looks like the tide's lower, and it's very low waves. Zero to half foot max. All right. Let's see if I can have a little angle of the canal here. I can't see the water level in the canal right there, so that's an indication the tide is low. I'm looking towards the beach right now, and again, barely like a half foot wave coming in. Most of the waves are not even breaking, they're so small. They're like little tiny curls. It's gorgeous out this morning, I'm telling you. It was gorgeous out last night. I cut down a big tree in my front yard. Big, huge African mahogany. I mean, come on, I hate killing trees, I hate killing things. But this thing was dropping these mahogany seed fragments all over the place, and it was like, it's like, you know, the African mahogany thinks this time of year is fall, so it's shedding its trees. Plus, I just bought this house, and the previous homeowner sprayed poison everywhere and killed the entire lawn. Which I'm still trying to understand why he did that. Probably just to piss me off or something, because I lowballed him on price. But yeah, I hate that. Spiteful people, ridiculous. He moved up to Ocala. Anyway, so I cut down that tree. I don't care if that was his baby. You know, when you have people that just like to they live off pissing off the neighborhood. That's ridiculous. He put a fence around his fruit tree so no one could pick the fruit trees. And I had a conversation with all the neighbors already. They're like, that fence didn't stop us. I'm like, no problem. You guys just take as much as you want. I mean, I'm a diabetic as it is. I can't be eating all this. There's like 2 huge mango trees. One producing like 50,000 mangoes. I mean, literally, it's packed. The trees are huge. 2 of them. And I'm thinking about planting a 3rd. One, because I had this other tree for like 10 years. And it's a big Julie mango, and it produces this big, dark, purple, red grapefruit that you can find in the Caribbean that grows like 1 foot in diameter. You know, I'm just curious. I want to see what kind of fruit it has, so I want to plant it before it dies. So I found a good spot for it. It will shade my house too. The house I bought has a nice aluminum roof on it. Although, again, the homeowner, he didn't put air filters inside the house. So I have to go out today, buy some air filters. I forgot to measure them though on my way out here. Sad. I'm probably gonna have to go home, measure the air ducts again. There's 3 different kinds. There's the main return, and there's the return in each bedroom. So there's 3. It's a 2-bedroom house. 2-bedroom house, although it's configured like a 3-bedroom. So there is a huge, neatless dining room that can be converted into a bedroom. Right now I'm working on the outside of the house. I gotta finish some of this outside work before the rain season rolls in. So the driveway's practically good. I gotta do the garage floor. The garage door opener is touching the garage door. This guy must have been I don't know. He's definitely not an engineer like me. So anyway, I looked at it. I see how I can fix it. So basically, the motor on that pulls the garage door needs to be elevated 2 inches. And 2 inches, so the chain won't touch the garage door. And then the bottom needs to be tightened a little bit so that not only does it not touch the garage door, it's a little more firmer. This is really soft sand here. Oh, that didn't work. It did rain. I was hoping I could drive over one of these tire treads. These tire treads would be packed enough I could, but nope. Wide tire like that displaces the weight pretty good. Yeah, probably not till I get to that darker colored sand there ahead. That looks a little firmer. No pets allowed on the beach. Yeah, right. Silly. May through October. Shuffle your feet. Stingray hop. Yeah, right. And of course, people just dump their garbage here. There used to be there's garbage cans over there. See, they should put garbage cans here because this seems to be the main entry point for people taking the bus to the beach. It's kind of silly that they don't have garbage cans here. Look at this gazebo that someone built on the beach here. I mean, they set it up. It's pretty awesome. It's like you're at the beach, but you're not at the beach. You got the shade. You can protect yourself from the bugs, and I don't know. It's kind of cool though. It's like a dacha on the beach. It even has like a rack for towels. It probably has a floor too, so you won't have to get your feet sandy. I just want to know where the TV and the refrigerator is. It is low tide here. And of course, pen shells. That's the first big thing I see. And this is a sandbar that's starting to climb onto the beach. So it's just gorgeous out right now. Look at this. People are fishing. The water looks awesome. Yeah, I don't even know if you call it 6-inch waves here, but I would say 0 to 6 inches. Probably when high tide rolls around, they'll increase from 6 inches to a foot. Maybe even 6 inches to 2 feet. Only because there is a wind. And when there's a wind, there's waves. Although the wind is blowing offshore, so he's looking for his frisbee companions. I don't see that many umbrellas here at the Pink Shell for some reason. Last time I was here, there was tons of umbrellas. Okay, this is an interesting gathering ahead. reunion. They're all building a sandcastle together. So yeah, I am heading into some kind of a wind. It's impeding my forward progress. So I'll have a tailwind on my back. My bicycle is something I didn't oil it. It's horrible. I didn't oil it. Now it's telling me about it. Yeah, I forgot to hose it down when I came back last time. I was in a rush. We had so much going on between my old house and my new house. There's that green hotel again on the left-hand side. I'm still not seeing enough work being done. When you buy a piece of property like that, and you're an owner, investor like that, you have to be Johnny on the spot with the money, or Johnny on the spot working. You have to work. Like if you don't work, your whole, I mean, they haven't fixed the roof yet. They've been through 2 seasons of rain. It's amazing that it's been 2 years. It's hurricane again. I mean, 1 full season, let's put it that way. But, hello? But next season is only, I mean, it's a little over a month. I should say, it's less than a month away. So, yeah, I'm going to my old house. I have to pressure wash the pool and paint it, which I didn't order the paint yet. Because I was told there was a store in town that had it. And it was a special 2-part epoxy resin pool paint. And I don't know, I'm getting conflicting information online. The store owner's telling me one thing. He goes, you know, epoxy resin is chalky after a while. And then online, read up about it. Oh, great! Now my bicycle's. I think it's my. It's my pedal making that noise. It's pretty annoying. I should have oiled that. So they just fixed the pool here at this hotel. It looks like they didn't raise it, but they put the aluminum fence around the pool. Here's the guy with the metal detector again. He was finding bottle caps worth nothing. It's a waste of time. I mean, garage sale will find more treasures. I'm looking at the seashells, a lot of pen shells, with pen shells. Oh man, that creaky noise. It's coming from the pedal, the left pedal. I'm wondering if that's the gear, if that's the actual pedal shaft. Oh man, if that's the pedal shaft about to break. Oh my gosh. It looks like I'm going to have to upgrade this bicycle. It's a market-friendly bike. Time to put this one up for sale before it breaks. And it's sad too, because this bicycle is riding right now exceptionally nice. Except for that squeak. I mean, it is tired, but it's not as tired as it could be. And, you know, with the pen shells come the jellyfish. I haven't seen the jellyfish, though. I used to, when I was a little kid, if I found jellyfish on the beach, I would dig a hole and bury the jellyfish. It's one way to get rid of them. Because I didn't want to step on the jellyfish. people, they drink beer for a living. I'm telling you. Big pot bellies. Yeah, so it's a little after 11. I see a parasailer way out there being pulled by a boat. That cord, that must be 100 yards long. That cord just pulling him. It's amazing.
Oh, look at this. Oh!
Yeah, the beach is pretty empty right here. I would expect there to be a lot more. I don't see that many boats parked offshore either. I mean, there's got to be something going on today. What is this? Can't be the Kentucky Derby, or something's going on. Something's going on I don't know about. I don't have internet at my new house yet. I had Comcast over there 2 times already, and they didn't do a thing. They keep on coming up with excuses why they can't do it. Actually, the first time he didn't even show up. And he claimed he showed up, but he didn't. The second time he showed up, and besides me walking on, giving him 2 bottles of ice cold water, and he graciously accepting that, he didn't do much. He went back into his air conditioning car and stayed there for a half hour and then left. So I think I may have to go with some like quantum fiber or something. Unfortunately, that means I have to pay more, which I don't want to do. I know what I'm getting with Comcast. That's the problem. So I used Comcast before, and even though I've had problems with them more than I should, I do have good stretches with Comcast of solid connectivity. So I'll take that into consideration. I've heard stories about quantum fiber and blue stream fiber. I hear that they claim to do like 2 gigabits a second, but in reality it fluctuates from 100 megabytes to 2, and that fluctuation could be on a weekly basis. It could fluctuate that wide. So that's not good. Especially if you're streaming a movie and all of a sudden you get downgraded for whatever reason, and they would be oblivious, completely confused. They wouldn't know how to answer any question. So that's the problem with going with like a new technology, a new modulation. That there's probably only one guru in that company, and they probably fired him thinking they didn't need him anymore. But when they roll out new software and stuff, they probably don't take his notes into consideration. And bingo, then you have conflicts. You have the fiber software going into reboot mode like every minute, and then the bandwidth is dropping significantly. Yeah, get it done. So, I mean, it is early morning still. There is some time for people to, this is Sunday, not Saturday. So there is a potential church factor involved, preventing people from coming to the beach. Yeah, I'm upset. I have the penetrating oil in my car. I just didn't put it on. I was in a rush to get to the beach. Yeah, so when I press down on the right side, it doesn't squeak. It's only when I press down on the left side. I can't tell. There is a small vibration with that creaking, but something is breaking. I just can't tell if it's inside the pedal shaft or not, or if it's just the pedal. I'm worried because I've had that happen to me once before, a creaking inside the pedal shaft, and then the pedal shaft snapped in two, snapped in two. So that just shows you how strong people are You don't realize it, that humans are strong enough to snap a 1 inch, I'm not sure if it's 1 inch, it's at least a ½ inch solid steel bar, which is the pedal shaft. And humans have the strength to snap that in half completely. Of course, you add a little salt water to it, it doesn't helps out a little bit. Just be this extra wind resistance is causing that creek. Maybe on the bicycle ride back I'll have less wind resistance. Or maybe I can just shift it to a different gear. Sounds like I'm bicycling on top of a pen shell and crunching. Pen shells are getting more numerous. I haven't seen the jellyfish that usually reside inside. I see a couple. So the jellyfish do live inside pen shells. That's where they come from. And what's interesting is that I noticed how we're just passing Diamond Head right now. Diamond Head breaks its beach in the morning to make its beach nice. So they pick up all the excess pen shells, seaweed, and they also grade the beach, so they smooth it out a bit. So you can play tennis on the beach. Hey, it's a clay court. It's a big one. You have to bring your own nets, your own line markers, and your rackets. Alright, yeah, this creek is really annoying me. So I'm looking at the Nautilus Hotel again. I like it. They fixed their roof, thank goodness. But they haven't done any more work on renovating the pool, or there's no work. There's no work at all to destroy this place. It's just sitting here vacant and boarded up. There's like 2 rooms where the boards are ripped down. I bicycled in there and took a look. But it doesn't look that difficult to repair. And the building materials, they use that concrete board. So that was interesting. It's nice to bicycle over here. This is nice and flat, hard, big. Not that many seashells. If there's no seashells to worry about, my eyes could wander. So yeah, we'll go down to Publix again, come back on the beach. This is gorgeous. I don't see that many dogs on the beach. It's pretty sad. Oh, they have a crab. Oh, they're all picking up crabs. So there must be a lot of dead crabs on the beach. Which is interesting because, you wash them down, you can cook them up. You can rip their claws out and also their backside. You can stew them and make some kind of a crab chowder out of that. Here, see if we can see any more dead crabs. I don't see evidence of red tide. You would see this brackish looking red stuff in there. I don't see it. Well, now's the time you would see it because they would release all this phosphate from Lake Okeechobee and flow down to Cooshatchee, creating these algae blooms. When it hits the salt water, it creates that red tide. There was a boat that the Germans sank during World War II, about 80 miles off of Sanibel. It contained a lot of phosphorus, and leakage from that wreck causes, based on the water currents, it pushes that nutrient-rich water to cause the red tide, and nutrient-rich salt water, that is. And I guess there is a type of algae, bacteria, whatever, that blooms on that, which is good because something has to neutralize that out of the water. Nature is always finding a way to pull itself back into equilibrium. Oh, I'm moving back over here. The beach is changing a little bit. So we're coming up to Junkaroo, fresh catch again. I see at this distance no activity to restore that. Now I do see in Fort Myers Beach RV Park, I see some big dumpsters and some big cranes and bulldozers and an excavator. I see that. So they're doing something there. Right now I'm running into some stiff wind coming out east. I'm going to have to downshift. Okay, downshifting. It helped out a little bit. Not much. Yeah, I should have sprayed it with some lubricant, penetrating oil, basically. Probably some sand in there grinding away at the ball bearings. Definitely time to upgrade the bike. That's usually how it is, though. Bikes don't last with me. I treat them good, but they just fall apart. Usually it takes about 2 years of bike riding on the beach, and a brand new bike can go from excellent status to ready for the junkyard in 2 years. And that's it. Alright, so third gear, I don't hear it that much. Maybe that's a good thing. Alright. Passing the cellular tower in Fort Myers Beach. It's been a landmark for decades. Ever since they built it back in the late 70s, it's always been a landmark here. That thing did take a big hit during Hurricane Ian, but it stayed standing. Just like the Sanibel Lighthouse, lost 2 legs, but was standing on 2. That's amazing. It lost 2 legs, the Sanibel Lighthouse, but still standing on 2 legs. It wouldn't have stood, though, if it lost the 3rd leg. And Publix is coming up. That's where those 2 buildings in the distance are. I'm wondering if I should just turn around now. Spend a little more time. Bicycling on Cerro Boulevard, doing some exploring. Just looks pretty dead up here. Alright, I'm gonna turn around. There's not that many seagulls on the beach either. I'm wondering where they went. Okay, there we go. Now it's making noise. Okay, someone drove a dozer here. A bulldozer. Or that's the smart thing, because I've seen one of these driving on the road and it tore up the road. Driving on the beach is not a problem. But if it doesn't have rubber booties on the tracks, you can't drive on the road. And I have videotape of someone driving a dozer on the road. Ridiculous. He's tearing it up. There's some metal threads. I know. I don't want to stay in here. It's kind of confining. Yeah, that's the problem. I was scared to go over that dozer grinding because I just created all these bumps and loose sand, and I could have spun out easy. So there's only one person with a metal detector that I've seen. I haven't seen the ice cream guy yet, which is ridiculous because if I was selling ice cream, I'd be out here at 9 o'clock in the morning. People want that ice cream and drinks. If you could just sell beer and wine too, that would be, even if it was just beer, that would be ideal. You'd make a mint. Let's face it, with low overhead, big profits are being made. Okay, so this gear is 4th gear. I don't hear it. When I pedal fast, I don't hear it that much. So if I go to 5th gear, 5th gear is squeaking. 4th gear is still squeaking. It's got to be a certain angle or pressure on the pedal or the pedal shaft. Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, it's 6th gear. I'm putting a lot of pressure on it. So pushing back to 3rd gear. No, it's the same. Let's go snap. So I see someone with a paddle canoe about 150 yards offshore. There's a lot of, besides the pen shells, there's a lot of clam shells in this area. You have to go down to Publix and South to find more of the variety of seashells. That's where you're going to find, and the wind is not conducive today because when you have low wave action, you're not going to get the shells washing up on the beach. So these shells probably came here or were left here from the last like two or 3 days ago when there was onshore current, wave and wind. So these shells will eventually be picked up by people or be buried in the beach or be crushed by the cars and not cars, but the beach patrol ATVs that come up and down the beach, or little kids just jumping on top of them. I used to, when I was a little kid, I used to look for them. I used to jump on them and crush them. I loved doing it. Or I'd bury them too. So I was always digging traps on the beach that trap people. It's terrible. I put pen shells and everything else under there. It's sad. I see some people still coming to the beach, so it's still early. I think the peak day is between 12 and 1. So on Sunday they probably have the morning mass, they eat, and then they come to the beach. Which actually it should be the other way around. They should. Okay, Sunday mass is fine in the morning. I would come to the beach early, like 8. I wouldn't get to the beach later than 8 to go. Because the morning light this morning was just breathtaking. It was beautiful. And the sky was bluer than it is now. Now it's like a whitish blue. I mean, it's still blue, but it's a whitish blue. This morning it was a deep blue. It was beautiful. Again, there's a Nautilus Hotel. People park in there and get away with it. Park for free. You're not supposed to, but there's no more gate to prevent people from doing it. So it's private property. As long as the private property owner doesn't enforce parking, you can get away with it. As long as it's not foreclosed by Fort Myers Beach, because if they were to have control of that property, forget it. You parked in there, they would tow it. They would charge you $500 to tow. quiet out this morning. Very tranquil. So again, that house just to the, I guess you call it east of Diamond Head, it's just left in limbo. It's a good investment though. I see 2 floors. Each floor could be an apartment. You might even be able to subdivide each floor and get 2 rentals per floor. Actually, you might be able to get 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So you might be able to get 2 each floor and 2 in the front, 1 in the front, 1 in the back. So that would be 8. And 8 rentals. The front 4, excuse me, facing the water. You can get 4,000 a week. It's made properly. Which is serious. The others, you might get maybe 500 to 1,000 a week, not facing the water. A week. So a month, 2,000 a month, a small place like that. Easy peasy. You get that from locals. So yeah, this is a nice little bicycling area. We just passed Diamond Head. It's sad there's not that many people out. Diamond Head needs to rake this part of the beach. I see they haven't raked it. Tons of pen shells. I'm surprised somebody hasn't taken up these pen shells and made some kind of a sandcastle design out of it. But and then here's the house that I was looking at. This used to be a beach house right there, straight ahead, with a blue tarp roof on it. So it's somewhat semi-destroyed there. I think it looks more like a clubhouse, like an Our Gang of the 1930s clubhouse. Because it probably smells like that, looks like that on the inside. And they probably owe like $2 million for it because of the property. That's totally ridiculous. Coming out to Atlantic High. This hotel's been around here since as long as I've known it. It's the sole survivor. There were other hotels, not necessarily as big, but they weren't made as durable and strong. And like the Best Western, not the Best Western Plus, but there was another Best Western Beach or whatever it was. That one was in direct competition with Atlantic High. That's where that Lee County volleyball park is. That's not being currently used here at the beach. But that was one of the big competitors of Atlantic High. And it was always crowded, and the prices were the best. It was like $19 or $29 a night. I mean, it was awesome. But I think the whole building was made out of wood. And I think Hurricane Keith in '85 or something like that, or wherever it came through, not '85, maybe it was '87. It damaged it severely. And that was like only a Category 1 hurricane. They had like 6-foot swells here. Came in. It's just amazing that Hurricane Ian was a Category 4 only hurricane, barely a 4, and it caused so much damage. So I learned that Hurricane Donna in 1960 was a Category 5, barely a Category 5, and it had between a 12 and 15-foot storm surge. So Katrina had something like I don't know, 18 or 20 foot, but Donna had between a 12 and 15, and Ian only had a 10.5-foot storm surge. So there was a lot more flooding going on during Hurricane Donna. The only good thing is that there weren't that many homes. It's changing again. All right, so this is the beach boulevard. So this is Margaritaville, and We got a nice slope beach here. I mean, it's like an amphitheater beach, and it looks like most of the boats that are here right now are here. So there has to be a bathroom that's available. Maybe it's maybe it's an air-conditioned porta potty. I don't know, but that's the reason. I see a lot of Trump-supporting boats are offshore, flying their flags. It's good to see that. So it looks like a couple more people are coming. That's what happens. So there's no talk or any word about rebuilding the Fort Myers Beach Pier. Nothing. Price tag is too much, and there's still not enough businesses to support that. Tax revenue is still off by about 80%. To tell you the truth, when they had when there was free parking here, that's what made this. When they had free parking here at the beach, that's what the fishermen used to use anyway, because they're locals. They're all locals. And then they got rid of all the free parking because Fort Myers Beach is criminal. So they're just anti-local. They tax the death out of the property tax, and they do away with the free parking because they're just criminals. And they can't understand they're criminals. You have to explain it to them. Because criminals are that dumb. They don't understand how criminal they are. It's pretty sad. I mean, they took out the bathrooms here at Lynn Hall Park, and what they really need here is 100 more parking spots, because they have those silly air-conditioned porta potties that everyone seems to be using. So they need more parking. That's where they can get more revenue. But did they do that? No. No, they just raised the price of parking for the existing spots. Ridiculous. Especially Saturday. Saturday is the day that locals come out. Whether it be locals that live in Lee County or live elsewhere in Florida. And there should be a price decrease on parking. Instead of $5 an hour, it should be $1 or $2 max. I mean, come on, parking on the beach on these parking places and paying $25, $30 a day, that's totally ridiculous. I'm looking at the Sanibel Causeway. I still see construction trains and vehicles. I mean, it's a clear day. I could see the Sanibel Causeway, which is about 4 to 5 miles away. I can see it clear as day. I can even see the lighthouse. And the thing about the lighthouse is it looks like they're doing some construction around it on Sanibel. Looks like they're going to make like a concrete base to it from this distance. I don't know though. At Fort Myers, I don't see people on the Causeway Islands. And even when I take my glasses off, I don't see any car. It's amazing how clear I can see. No, there's nobody there. I see cars going 20 miles an hour over the causeway, which is ridiculous. But I don't see anybody parked. And I see a lot of construction equipment still building the Causeway Islands, which again is ridiculous. I mean, why do you need to? For one, you know, if I was the engineer, I would build a bridge road. I wouldn't even build a road. It would be a solid bridge level road going 45 miles an hour all the way from Punta Rassa to Sanibel. You don't need to go 30 miles an hour. And then I would have deceleration exit ramps and entry ramps where you would have 2 deceleration on the causeway, on each causeway island, both sides. In case you miss one, you can go hit the other one. And yeah, you want it to be as close to nature as possible. And plus, then you would have a bridge. You could park under the bridge so people can get there early enough. Again, be free parking. I mean, that would be already. You might find bums living out there, it's true, but you know it doesn't matter. You find bums everywhere. And if bums can live on the coastal island where there's no food, that's great. Anyway, that's what I would do, because that's the one thing that really impedes getting on and off the island is this 20-30 mile per hour speed zone. And, granted, if you want to drive slow and see the island or see the causeways, you could get off on a deceleration ramp and then drive really slow, like in a circle around that island, so you can get a better view. And that way you wouldn't be preventing other people that want to maintain their high speed, because their purpose is just to get on or off the island. So you're solving 2 problems: the people who just want to get off the island fast, or the people that want to lollygag and take a look at the scenery. Whereas the way they built it right now, the bridge ends and it turns into a descending road almost down to sea level. But see, that's what Hurricane Ian destroyed. It destroyed the footings of the bridges. You don't need foot. You need a solid bridge to span the entire distance. That way we wouldn't have that happen ever again. But anyway, so whatever. They're just building it absolutely incorrect, because they hire the incorrect. They don't ask the right questions. They only ask, you know, do you have the government mandated give us a kickback insurance? You give them a kickback, you make a lie and say you have insurance, and you get the contract. That's ridiculous. You should say, we don't care about insurance or anything. Can you build a bridge on time, lower than budget, or even before time? Will it be solid and will it be a monument for future generations to admire? Yes. Oh, you got the job. When can you start work? I've already started. Right. That's the contractor I want. That's the contractor I am. I'm already started. Concrete trucks are coming. I have 500 crews ready to make the concrete pours. And everything is good quality, recycled everything. The prices are coming in 1/10 the cost. Wow. Now, I'd use the nice gypsum concrete, the stuff that you can take old drywall, grind it up inside concrete, and make that really strong, non-porous concrete that lasts forever. You see like in a lot of shopping malls. I would pre-stress the concrete too. Anywhere where I can make a concrete pre-stressed slab, I would. I've been to Assateague. That's a great island.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been to the both the Maryland and the Virginia side.
Yeah, it's a good area. Lived here for 30 years.
Oh, nice.
Now, 20 years ago.
Yep, I hear you.
It's good. It's a good area.
Yep. I saw Assateague on a shirt. Now that's the problem though. If you live there for 20 or 30 years, I don't know. Why would you want to move? I mean, I've been there. The waves are huge. There's horses on the beach everywhere. I mean, you get tired of the same old, same old. I have to understand. I have to admit that. Assateague, though, is one of those places where if you like to go like in the backwaters and fish, if you're a boater, especially if you're a boater, even if you're a hunter, they allow hunting sometimes. It's a back to nature. It'd be better actually if you lived and owned some property close by and visited there. If you actually lived on Assateague, It's a little confining. It's like living in Key West. I mean, you could, you know, it's fun for a while, and then you're like, you know, it's not. You get tired of the same old. You know, it's like. So they have a DJ, and he's playing the music like on the pool is gorgeous. They even have a handicap lift for those that are handicapped to get into the pool. That's interesting. Someone noticed I had a camera, 2 cameras. Definitely the expectation here is an awesome day. So $20 all day parking on the left side. And here on the right side, let's see how much it is. $20. It was $30 all the time. Let's see. $30. Wow, it went up. Inflation. Air garage beach parking. $30. Wow. I mean, at $30 a car, and you can get only, you know, you would take your parking spaces times it by 1.5. That's all you're going to get. These people are going to be here. If they have to pay $30, they're going to be here all day. And this on the right hand side used to be Hooters. And they needed the restaurant. They're charging $20 a Kia Cero. I see some people are parking over there at the post office. That's smart. I think the post office is still free. So I'll go check that out actually. That's a good idea. I'm gonna check it out right now. I got a quick question for you. I see all those cars are parked over there by the post office. That's a government building. Is that free to park over there?
Nobody tows them.
I hear you.
I don't send anybody over there.
No, I hear you. Oh, well, why should you?
People know they get away with it.
Yeah,
You know,
I hear you.
they start towing them.
I love this building. I can't wait for it to show signs of reopening. Yeah, I hear you.
You'll be all right.
I hear you. So this is a good idea. If they don't tow people over here, then I may try coming and parking over here. Because I like to do more beach bicycling and exploring. And this is a very interesting road, actually. So yeah, people are parked here. The post office is closed on Sunday. Although they try to deliver stuff, right? So, yeah. They were trying to sell this building for $4 million. I was actually looking at it. I'm like, you know, I can make a flea market / there's plenty of parking / they even have temporary buildings here. They still have them here. I wouldn't mind buying. You know, if these temporary buildings are for sale, I guess we're gonna make a block loop here. I like this. I like this piece of property right here on the left-hand side. Look at this. Ostego. That's 2 pieces of property. Interesting. Could it be a casino? So, you can look up down the street. Look how many places are for sale. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the end of the street. Why not? We're exploring. We just didn't spend that much time on the beach. I gotta solve this squeaky crankshaft issue, wherever it is. Or I gotta get another bicycle. It definitely sounds like sand got inside the ball bearing somehow. Now it's just a matter of time before those ball bearings seize up and then break. Carolina Ave. This is interesting. Morning. You good? Yeah, so that's a dead end there. It looks like it could connect to another street, but it doesn't. There's no canal there, but it looks like there could have been a road. There's a fire hydrant blocking that. So these are people going to the beach. So they rented the house and now they're going to drive to the beach. That doesn't make any sense though, because what they really need is a 3-wheel, like motorized cart that they could drive and park on the beach. I don't think people would complain. If it looks like a golf cart, I don't think people are going to complain. So anyway, we have to go on the left side of this post office building because we want to determine how many parking spots there are. Obviously, they're not going to allow people to park back here. But there's still a pre-sort facility. It looks like there were, I don't know, there's porta potties here. It's one selling point. Looking at the destroyed fence, it's still here. We're exploring. We got the cardboard recycling going on. And look at the ACs are raised 10 feet above the ground. Like that's really going to help. Really going to help when the flood area in here was 20 feet, 21 feet. I saw it at one point. I drove over here, but I was kind of scared of the nails and glass and broken shards of porcelain that could pop a tire. Here's a nail I just missed. Look at this place here. I guess they're trying to rebuild. They put aluminum roof on. It looks like they're trying to rebuild the aluminum, like they're building an aluminum deck. Hey, more power to them. So this is the Kia Stereo Shopping Center, and you can see that they concreted in where the old air conditioners used to be. And they concreted in a lot of the windows and doors. So, which is a good thing too, because that's going to make this building that much more survivable. Plus, if there's a casino, we don't want that many doors in the back here. I have to look at it as an investment. I look at that, there's a way you can climb onto the roof. And it's protected a little bit, although if you grab onto those handlebars, you could pull yourself right up. Both ways. You can get right up on that roof and enjoy yourself. It says keep out, but maybe it says keep out of that lower section. It doesn't mean keep out of the roof. And then straight ahead, this is where the goods old building was, the goods hardware. And I'm glad they knocked it down. More open space. And the goods right now is across the street over here. So see, Kia Stereo trying to charge 20 bucks. So they're making some money over here. See, when you have an electric bike, true, you're zipping in and out, you're enjoying yourself, but you're not getting any exercise. And I'm not saying an electric bike is bad. It has its purpose. I was thinking about getting an electric bike. If I open up a real estate practice and traffic is just ridiculous. You have to have some alternate form of mobility. You can't, like today, traffic is moving. It's good. So there's no problems. At least right now. When I say today, I mean right now, this instant, there's no bottleneck. But that's not the norm. this is Fun and Sun Rentals. They got gasoline scooters, lots of bikes, golf carts. I would like this property right here, buy it. If it was $300,000, I'd buy it and just mimic it. Put another bike rental right here. Bike rental and ice cream. I mean, come on, you have to go. You have to do one step more. I mean, you want to attract non-renters too, because you want to develop a walking clientele. So anyway, just call me Cranky. Crankshaft. It sounds like the crankshaft is going on the ball bearings. I mean, how could a pedal make that much noise? No. So, anyway. Oh well. It's going. I should have, you know what? I used to have a really big stringent washing the bicycle thoroughly with fresh water before, and then putting mineral oil on the bike before putting it away. Each time I went to the beach. And a couple times during the winter, there was rain or whatever, for whatever reason, it delayed me. And I did do it a couple times. And I guess that salt just went to work. See, there's just all this open space here. It's beautiful. And this is the place I want to know what's going on with it. This would make a great everything. You have 5 units here. This Royal Scoop. I don't know why they haven't reopened. There's a new air conditioning unit on the roof. So at least the real estate office that I want could open up. And I would do both real estate. If I'm going to be here on the beach offering real estate services, you have to do rental too, because that's more than half your income. People are looking to rent somewhere. There's no hotels. They're all offline. So they're going to call up real estate agencies to find out if they can do a short-term week rental. And they're relying on the real estate agency to meet them at the door, basically handing them the key when their plane lands in. Even almost to pick them up at the airport, drive them so they can save on some car rental prices. And I'm telling you, that's what you need to do. You need to have some kind of a hybrid car to go to the airport to pick them up and drive them, because they're going to be paying $1,000+ a week to rent. So you're taking 10% from the clients, so they're getting $100. You're getting $100 a week rental, and they'll probably give you a tip for picking them up at the airport. Like this property, I love. I can make a resort on both sides and a lazy river on the Gulf side. And the casino, it doesn't matter. The casino could be on the west side here. It doesn't matter. But if there was a casino here, this road would be packed. I mean, whoever designed this road is silly. They don't need these. I mean, the sidewalk here is wide enough for a car lane. And they really need 2 more car lanes. They should get rid of both sidewalks. They should make a double-decker road, a road 20 feet tall over this one as an expressway, 40 miles an hour, limited access. And that way they can take down these telephone poles, because they don't need them. They can just put the wires on that first floor of the road, or even the second floor, or even put poles above that. Yeah, why not? Let's face it, these poles are perfectly positioned as like poles for an elevated road anchorage. And strange enough, if you look on both sides of the road here, there's wooden poles on the left-hand side, and then there's concrete poles on the right-hand side. Wow. So whoever designed this road obviously didn't design it with electrical in mind, which is weird. They designed it for everything else. Absolutely wrong. I mean, look at this. In the middle of the road, they put pavers. I mean, the pavers are sinking. The concrete is chipping. There's big potholes everywhere. Ugh. It's something you would find in a major city. But if you go in South Fort Myers Beach, and the residents there banded together and said no to this Fort Myers Beach woke stuff, They won out. Their road survived the hurricane, intact, perfect. It's an asphalt road with no pavers and no other BS. That's what they need to design this road. And that was the original road. Again, here's the Fort Myers Beach Library. It shows it's approaching high tide, which I doubt it. I mean, maybe, who knows? But there's nobody going in here. It's just a waste of taxpayer dollars. They built the landmark for no one. That should be my casino right there. They could move the school somewhere else. We're not gonna go much further. And then let's take a look. Take a look at Secret Plaza. So again, this place here is just about to open. Sell their tortillas and chips. And the Surfside Casual bought this place right before Hurricane Ian. How sad. And this is the old CNS Nations Bank building. I would love it as a real estate office. I love this whole shopping center. You know, the problem with this shopping center I can remember in the past is people would park here to go to the beach. And they always had to have a parking attendant to shoo the people away. This building here, this bank building, I mean, look at this wasted space. You don't need a big bank building. Like, it had 1, 2, 5 drive-throughs. Wow, these are a lot of transactions. I don't know what I would do with that, but I would seal up those bays and make them. I'd make beach stores out of them. So I might be able to get both sides, well, at least one side stores. And this bank building here. I mean, the vault is wide open. Looks like someone took a shotgun and shot the vault. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that the bank vault is ruined too. Got flooded. So all the tumblers inside are all rusted and seizing up, and kind of a combination lock. All the tumblers are bad. Right, that was a little exploring there. So it's interesting that I don't know if I've seen one condo repair their tennis courts. But this condo was just passed. They're using their old tennis courts as a staging area for their building supplies, which I think is a good use for it. This piece of property here is a good one on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side. There used to be a whole bunch of mismatched properties here, but I think they're trying to consolidate this property on the right-hand side. Believe me, they're trying to put a new fire station, and it's going to be here, not by Tops. That's why I'm thinking that Top Shopping Center, if I get a group of investors together, that old Tops parking lot and the old municipal building, that could go for a really low price. But I would need hundreds of millions of dollars to get a decent sized project going. Past the beach shell in again. I always admire that. See this property here? This old Winn-Dixie Tops. They were going to put a fire station. I think they want to consolidate it down closer to the library. The library, I mean, Fort Myers Beach Library, not even being used. It should be the municipal building. And they could put the fire on the first floor. They don't need to build anything. Save the taxpayers money. But all this property on the right-hand side. This lot, Tops, the old municipal building, and then the old, whatever it was, church that was here. I forget the name of it. And then I would need this property on the left-hand side too. Although I see they're building something here. There's some kind of a roped off and a camper. So they're getting ready to construct something over there. So it's going to take that property off the market. And they do have some property in the back of this church that they're using as it looks like as some kind of a concrete a rough concrete mixing. See, everything that's needed to make a dark colored concrete back there, which is interesting. Maybe they're making like sewers, like on site here, like concrete pre-made sewer fittings, junction boxes. Again, this beach connection on the right-hand side here. They want $1 million for this property that I wanted to buy. I could have bought it for $50,000 in 1989 and 1990. I should have. But we made a lot of money by then. Yeah, I would have got wiped out now, but I would have made my money and had it insured. So this Royal Scoop again. Oh, sorry. Didn't hear it. So again, we're passing the Nautilus. I'm looking in. I don't see that many. I see maybe about 4 cars using it. There used to be signs at the Fort Myers Beach post office that you couldn't park there to go to the beach. They used to have signs, but they probably got wiped out during Hurricane Ian. Because of the reduced amount of people living on the beach now, they probably don't need to enforce that as much because there's hardly anybody probably using the post office. And this Tri-Power I love. They would never rent me some spot there. They were one of the first ones to fix up their place. I mean, I admire them. The first place to fix up was the Fort Myers Beach Marina on the south side of the island. They were back in total operation within 1 week after the storm. That was amazing. Yeah, this place here, this Hoosiers, they want like $4 million for this junk dump. You can get it. See this property on the left-hand side. Diamond Head should buy this. They could build 2 more Diamond Head buildings. That's an opportunity that they need to get in on. Because you're not going to have the opportunity ever again. See, this is Sunday. People are moving into the island right now, but today's a quiet day. I mean, we're moving into the dog days of summer. So people are going. The spring break is over, and but school is still not out. So this is the dead time, right around the 3rd week of June. Then you have families start coming down from up north, and they'll come down till right before Labor Day. Labor Day is when school starts up north. Here in Florida, school starts like a week or 2 before Labor Day, but up north it starts on Labor Day. So you'll have a semi-season now till. Oh, thank you. See, these parking lots are still empty. Garage is filling up. See, there's no congestion until it gets up here. But that's the reason why you want an electric bike. During the summertime, when there's congestion, you need to see. Even the beach patrol is using up some of the. I mean, it's ridiculous. $20 a day. There's the old 7-Eleven, but sign says. It looks like 7-Eleven sold that property because there's a builder with a sign saying custom build. So maybe the Southland Corporation sold their property there. That's interesting. This property on the right hand side, we know they're going to build a parking garage here because Margaritaville needs additional parking. And they charge people to park here too. This place right here, this Beach Connection, that's a gold mine. They're just holding out to hit the big jackpot. Anyway, we're gonna end it right up by the tiki bar of the Lighthouse Resort. So again, someone's charging $20 a day for paid parking here. Smart. People want to park in a nice area. There's even parking in the middle. It's amazing. Yeah, I just passed the owner of that property. I saw him. I recognized him. He's got gray hair now. He didn't have gray hair when I first saw him way back when. So Margaritaville, yep, this Sunday people are moving in, so I'm moving in. This is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I would like to have a video out of the Fort Myers area, but gasoline prices have to go below $3 a gallon, and they're still too high right now for me to contemplate doing that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and until next week.